On Out and About Columbus this week, it's time to shop and celebrate the best of local business here in Columbus. Our first stop was in Lewis Center at Pickups Plus Cars. You may not know this, but they have the equipment and knowledge to tackle those tough automotive and truck needs.
You can go just about anywhere and get an oil change done, and our goal is to offer that, but also offer the hard-to-do stuff, and that's what we built our business on.
The cocktail is changing, so we headed downtown to Sidebar 122, voted best cocktail in Columbus.
I really think the cocktail scene in Columbus is growing. It's getting a lot better.
The YMCA is different from other gyms in the way they support their members. They think it takes more than a room full of exercise equipment.
And if it was as simple as just having access to a machine, everybody would be doing it and we wouldn't have the public health crisis that is obesity in our community today.
All that and more straight ahead as we shop and celebrate our hometown.
Whether you're looking for that casual shoe or that perfect heel for that beautiful evening gown, DSW has it all. I spoke with Jeff about the amazing selection and the fantastic prices DSW offers. Tell us a little bit about Designer Shoe Warehouse, or DSW.
Well, we were started in the late 60s by the Schottenstein family. What most people don't know is we're a Columbus-based company. We were started here by the Schottenstein family. And we're located right out by the airport, so not very far away.
It used to be we thought of this as maybe shoes that nobody wanted, but really it is the top-of-the-line shoes that are in style now.
Most definitely. As you can see, we've got a huge assortment here. We like to call it a breathtaking assortment, and we've got something for everyone. And we've got top-of-the-line brands, we've got designer brands, we have comfort shoes, we have athletic, we have work shoes, and we have kids shoes online. So we try to appeal to a broad spectrum of people.
You also have accessories, handbags, things like that. Also hosiery, correct?
Absolutely. We've got a great line of handbags, and as you mentioned, accessories. We've got scarves, gloves, hats, belts, and tights and leggings. So we have quite a few accessories.
If you're looking for a pair of high heels, shoes to go with a certain dress, it's all together, so it's not hard to find.
That's correct. We like to merchandise by category. Most retailers merchandise by brand, where we feel like you shop by event. So we put all of our boots together, all of our sandals together, all of our athletic together to make it easy for you to find what you're looking for.
And the prices are unbelievable.
We have a great range of prices. We have great value here and a very large selection.
Now, tell us where your locations are and how we can find you online.
Go to dsw.com for all of our locations. We have 3 locations here in Columbus, Dublin at Sawmill, Polaris on Polaris Parkway, and here at Easton.
For nearly 70 years, Corson Fire and Security has been providing security and fire services to many businesses and residences. We learn more about this great company from Dale Underwood. So Dale, what would you want people to know about Corson Fire and Security?
Corson Fire and Security, we're a complete life safety provider. Products, services, test and inspect across the complete spectrum of life safety devices. So sprinkler, fire alarm systems, intrusion, CCTV, access control, and fire extinguishers.
Tell me a little bit about how you're different from the competition. I know you guys do a lot with business as well as residential.
I think it starts, Mike, with our training. We've got a large training facility in Indianapolis. All of our technical staff and our sales staff, operational staff are involved in that. It's a rolling calendar set of classes. Our training staff can take the students and go from a classroom setting, take a break, and head over to get hands-on training.
Well, I know Corson's involved in the Columbus community quite a bit. Talk about some of the events that they're involved in.
We should celebrate one of the newest ones, and that's our sponsorship with the Columbus Crew. So they are a great partner, and as you know, great stadium, not a bad seat in the house there. So we're honored to be a partner with them. Also, Pelotonia. We supply fire extinguishers every year for the race, and so we're honored and blessed to be a part of that. We team up with schools, and we have a Casey program that comes in and teaches children about fire safety, the do's and don'ts of fire safety, and that outreach goes to 400,000 children a year.
You know, I know earlier we were over at one of your clients, Weltman, Weinberg, and Reese, and talk a little bit about what we were doing in that setting.
Sure. They were due for the annual fire alarm and clean agent inspections. And so what you'll see there is we go along and test the pool stations, the smoke detection systems, as well as the detection on the clean agent system that protects our server room to make sure that everything's fully functional and operates appropriately. That's done on an annual basis.
Fantastic. Dale, how do we get more contact information and get a hold of you to learn more about Corson?
Corson.com.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. Well, quality roofing job starts with quality materials, but there's a whole lot more to getting that roof installed. We talked to Clancy Malone from Atlas Roofing about how he does the job. So, Clancy, tell me how you differ from the competition in the roofing business.
Well, I think there's a few things. One is, I think what people remember is really how you treat their property. So when we approach one of these projects, we really have an organized way that we take the material off the roof and put it back on. The other thing too is we really control our quality, and we're able to do that because we do have our own crews. We don't hire any subcontractors or anything like that. So we have a process, and I'm really a stickler about how the process goes. I come and inspect each job, and I have crew leaders that are, also take pride in what they do. So it really helps to have it that way.
Clancy, what can someone expect as far as a life expectancy out of a roof? I know it's kind of a broad question, but homeowners, when should they start looking at maybe they're going to need a replacement?
Well, actually, the products today are actually much improved. A few years back, you can expect normal lifespan would be about 20 years, about 15 to 20 years. They've really improved the products. Now they have matting that is supposed to last up to 50 years. They have mold protection in them today. They have much higher wind warranties on these. So the same quality of product was probably a 30-year product. Now these are more 50-year product as far as the warranties go.
What would you recommend when someone's looking for a roofer?
Well, first of all, obviously somebody that is a local contractor. I've run into so many people that we do repairs for that say, hey, we had our roof done a few years ago, and now, we're having to have somebody come over here and fix it because that roofer's gone. So you want someone that's stable, someone with a good reputation, a local contractor. And again, the way we approach our business, we don't use contractors, so we can guarantee our quality every time.
Yeah, I know that's very important. Well, how do we get more information? How do we contact you?
Well, we have our website, which is atlasroofingandsiding.com, and of course, our phone number is easy to remember, 766-8100.
Well, if you shop and celebrate local, of course, Short North has to be on your list. And if you're into Short North, you want to stop by the Deepwood Restaurant. We had an opportunity to do so. We met up with Amber Heron, who told us about this place named after her childhood home. So Amber, Deepwood, what a beautiful restaurant. Where did you get the name at? Let's talk a little bit about the history of the restaurant. You've been here about 6 years, right?
Correct, yes, and thank you for the compliment. Deepwood is the name of the restaurant, and it's named after the street I grew up on as a child. Deepwood was in Easton, Connecticut. I lived there for about 6 years, and until Columbus, that was the longest I lived anywhere. So ultimately, in naming the restaurant after my childhood home, it's us as a restaurant family, an invitation over to our house for dinner each and every night.
What do you think brings people in to Deepwood?
I think a lot of it is that at-home atmosphere. I mean, hospitality is who we are and what we do, but really it's about the experience. So it's how you're made to feel, and then the integration of, progressive, contemporary American food and, beverage that complements it.
The menu kind of changes seasonally, and you said, well, how many times a year does it change? A little of that is.
About 4 to 5 times a year. So with the seasons, but sometimes the winter, we need to change things up a little bit. So that's where the 5 times a year sometimes comes in. Like I said before, it's who we are and what we do. So it keeps it exciting for us, and it gives reasons for people to keep coming back, after 6 years.
You have a beautiful bar here, and of course you're in the Short North area. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, the bar menu changes just shortly after all of our food menus change. So again, lots of new drinks always to come in. Wines by the glass. We do 3-ounce taste as well as 6-ounce full glasses of wine, so you can kind of build a tasting experience that way. Dinner service starts at 5 o'clock, and that is Monday through Saturday. And then we seat until close. So long as you want to keep the celebration going with us, we're here. Typically, we seat until 10 o'clock.
And you got a website, right?
Yes, deepwoodrestaurant.com.
Well, you remember names like Slowpoke and Fruit Stripe Gum? How would you like to learn about a place in Clintonville that has that and a whole lot more, including party rooms and a lot of glassware and barware? We're going to tell you about that. We talked to Mary Rogers at Moxie's. So, Mary, tell me, what is a Moxie's?
Moxie's is all about entertaining. We try to focus our inventory on things you might need if you were entertaining at home or if you were planning a large event. If you're not entertaining at home, then we also offer party spaces here that you can rent by the hour. And then we're happy to help you with your party planning, everything from food and beverage to decor, or you can just rent the room. So we give you the most flexibility possible. A component of that particular part of our business led us to building a nostalgic candy counter, because a lot of people are interested in just their old time favorites.
And then you have like a little gift shop, and I noticed you had Fiesta ware in there, and talk a little bit about that with me.
Yeah, Fiesta Ware has been around since 1936. It's a very popular variety of homeware. It is a line of dishes and pottery, and now they've released barware. It's bright colors. There's probably 25 colors at any particular time. We're a distributor for Fiesta, so we sell their current colors and patterns, and we offer a bridal registry. We'll work with you to make sure that you get the right size bowl and, the pieces that you're truly going to need.
Now, what's the pom-pom room? That's one of the rooms here, right? Let's talk about the pom-pom room. I'm fascinated by the pom-pom room.
So early on, people would ask us, if we would make them tissue paper pom-poms to go with their party theme. And, it just, we decided we would start keeping them because we kept having to make more of the same color. So now we have a room of pom-poms, tissue paper pom-poms. We have turquoise, orange, pink, white, lemon yellow. So we just, at first we used to charge $1 a pom-pom, but now if we've got pom-poms and they're in your color, if you're renting the space here at Moxie's, free pom-poms.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus.
I'm here with Nathan at the Oilery in Grandview, about to taste their 25-year-old vinegar. I learned about the many ways you can use olive oils and vinegars in different recipes, and they make wonderful gift ideas. So Nathan, I understand you and your mom started this company.
Yes, we did. We opened up 2.5 years ago in October of 2011. We actually found the store in Hilton Head, South Carolina. The Oilery is a wonderful franchise. We're 6 of 7 in the country, and we pursued it and decided to open up. We're half Italian, love to cook, and it just fits us really well.
Let's talk a little bit about what people will find when they come in here.
Of course. We have 18 varieties of extra virgin olive oils. They come to us directly from Italy. Our producer Adriano is about an hour south of Rome. We work directly with him. We have several unflavored oils varying in intensity and 12 unique flavors that are always available to taste every day. And then we even have some nut oils and specialty oils, and then our 8 balsamic vinegars, some fruit balsamics, but our 25-year balsamic is certainly the star of the show and the must taste for everyone who walks through the door.
Let's talk about gift ideas and some of the things we'll find here, because this is really unique. You can find a real unique gift here.
Certainly. We've done gifts for weddings, housewarming, holidays, certainly. Just a little bit of everything, birthdays, of course. But the nice part with our products is, one, that's something very unique. We can put together things at any price point for any occasion, and our team is experts on ways to put together gifts that are really special.
So I also noticed you carry some health and beauty items.
We certainly do. We have a wonderful line of products that comes to us from Italy, made by a gentleman named Fausto. He was actually in town for our 2-year anniversary. It was wonderful to talk to him, get his passion for the products. They're all made with extra virgin olive oil and very natural. Olive oil is one of the oldest skincare treatments there are, and it's wonderful to have a really, really nice line of different creams, face creams, and shampoo, and a whole whole wonderful line of products.
Tell everybody where you're located and how we can find out more information.
Of course. We're at 1409 Grandview Avenue in the Grandview Center. You can certainly give us a call at 614-824-2668. And then if you'd like, you can go on the website at oilery.com, find the Columbus tab, and that has some a map and our hours and those sort of things as well.
We're at Sidebar 122 down on East Main Street in Columbus, and this place was voted the best cocktail in Columbus. We sat down with Chris to learn about why it's the best cocktail, and I'll tell you, after you see what they go through to make you a cocktail here, you're going to want to come down and have one. So, Chris, what do you think Sidebar 122 was voted best cocktail in Columbus?
I mean, it's an honor to even to be considered amongst the best. I really think the cocktail scene in Columbus is growing. It's getting a lot better. You look at some of the other places in town, and even the places that are, kind of a value approach, I think are doing things in a more craft cocktail oriented way. And so to be considered a best or even among the best, and really shows that we're doing the things that we need to be doing correctly.
So, Chris, tell me a little bit about these barrels that you have back here.
Okay, well, these are our barrel-aged cocktails, kind of my pride and joy right now. In this one is a Watershed bourbon-based Vieux Carré, which comes from the Carousel Bar in New Orleans. And in this one is a OYO rye whiskey-based Old Pal, which is a classic cocktail from Harry's Bar in Paris. We really wanted to feature a local product that's going to be of really high quality, and the way the barrel changes the complexity and the age of the cocktail, I think it's going to be something that our guests really enjoy, and is something that's really on trend for cocktail bars across the country.
When I think of a favorite cocktail, obviously there has to be one that really stands out here at Sidebar 122. What is the favorite?
I'd say our most popular cocktail is the Moscow Mule, as you see right here. I think people are really drawn to the classic copper mug, the fact that vodka is a really popular spirit. That's something that's going to be we make it with the Watershed vodka, which is, again, a local product that we can really stand behind. And, we love our friends at Middle West, and we love our friends at Watershed. And I think it's something that our guests really enjoy. It's easy, refreshing, fun to drink. Really, really popular. Also, our Black Walnut Old Fashioned and our Smoked Manhattan, which is a little bit of a pyrotechnic display. So when you're sitting at the bar, you get a show.
The YMCA has been serving Central Ohio communities for generations. They provide a safe environment for individuals and families to focus on healthy living and family fun. I spoke with Andrew about the wide variety of programs that the Y has to offer. So, Andrew, how is the Y different from, say, other gyms around town?
It's very different in a lot of different ways. What we found with our memberships is that just access to all of these different pieces of physical exercise equipment is not enough. We really seek to differentiate ourselves with our support, our small group support, our individual support, because changing your lifestyle is really very difficult. And if it was as simple as just having access to a machine, everybody would be doing it, and we wouldn't have the public health crisis that is obesity in our community today.
Now, let's talk about the Y being committed to youth development, healthy living, and also social responsibility. What does all of that mean?
Well, the YMCA has been serving this community for 160 years. In youth development, you probably know us for our early childhood education, our camping, educating young children, closing the achievement gap, all the many different ways, summer learning loss, all the different ways we support children to grow up into healthy, competent, successful adults. In the realm of youth development, what used to start, again, as sort of a gym has really turned into a public health prevention program through our diabetes prevention program, our Live Strong at the YMCA for cancer survivors, and all the many ways we attempt to support health seekers in reaching their wellness. And then in social responsibility, the Y started in housing 160 years ago, and we still have a very strong commitment to sheltering and supportive housing for people in need all throughout Central Ohio.
Well, how can we find out more about the YMCA?
You can learn more about the Y at our website, which is www.ymcacolumbus.org.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. Well, these are just a few of the happy faces that have gotten mortgages, and it's a tough world out there today. We stopped by Cross Country Mortgage and learned what it's going to take for you to get your mortgage. So, Andrew, what are the best suggestions for a first-time home buyer?
One of the facts on getting ready for a mortgage is to make sure that you start early in the process. many times in the past, individuals had just went to pre-qualify once they found a house that they liked. But today, it's a much better idea due to the fact of the regulations changing so much in the mortgage industry to start the process early. Perhaps even 3 months, 6 months, even up to a year in some cases, to make sure that you have a plan so that you're going to be successful in becoming a homeowner.
So, Calvin, turning to you, what are some things that people need to be aware of in terms of their credit?
Well, one of the things that Andrew had mentioned earlier, that things have changed a lot in the mortgage industry. One of the things that has changed the most is the criteria for credit. And so what happens is they tend to go and correct things on their own, thinking that they're going to make improvements, and many of them do. The problem is that they're not preparing for the specific things that a mortgage requires the credit to be. So they're good to go buy a car, but maybe not a house.
So what should a first-time home buyer expect in the application process?
Well, there's actually 3 areas that we need to focus in on the application for a loan. The first one, of course, is credit. The second area is your income. In years past, people thought that just because I have a new job or I've changed lines of work, I can still count the income that we're in. But many times we need to look at your circumstances and try to very much understand what your specific situation is to make sure that the income that you think that we can count really is income that can count for the repayment of the loan. We also need to look at your assets. People many times don't understand that any large deposits, we now have to source those or make sure that we have a paper trail.
How can we reach you to get more information or to perhaps do a mortgage with you?
Well, you can try our website. It's crosscountrywilder.com, or give us a call at 614-842-6044. We'll be glad to help you. And on our website, you can also apply to get a free credit report as well.
Well, if you like trucks and cars from wild to mild, then you've got to come out and check out this place. This is Pickups Plus Cars. We talked to Kyle about the neat things that they do here. Well, you know, Kyle, walking in here, I was just amazed at what I was seeing. It's so much more. I thought it was just pickup trucks and parts for them. It's a whole lot more than that. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, we started back in 1999, and our goal was initially pickups, but has grown to include cars, SUVs, buses, you name it, boats. If you've got it, we more than likely can do something for you. Whether it's basic service, making it special to what you want. That's what we do.
Talk about your service department, some of the things and some of the projects you've done. I was amazed at seeing some of the things out there.
Yeah, as far as the service, we've really tried to set ourselves up to where, if it's a hard to do job, alignment, suspension-wise, something like that, we've got the right equipment to do it. We've invested in that. We've invested in the guys, in our techs to make sure that that's what we can bring to the table, because, you can go just about anywhere and get an oil change done. And, our goal is to offer that, but also offer the hard to do stuff. And that's what we built our business on.
Yeah. Seeing all the performance cars out there, I noticed the Mustang. I understood that set a record for a few days, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's kind of unique. We have customers that come to us just looking to do, basic bed liner and tonneau covers, and then we get customers that call us up, out of state, or we've even shipped some stuff out of the country where they want, a custom-built Mustang or Corvette or Camaro or, really whatever. And performance-wise, they have a goal that they want to meet, whether it's horsepower number-wise or they're taking it to a racing event. And that's something that we have created a name for ourselves over the years and continue to build towards.
Well, Kyle, how do we get more information about Pickups Plus Cars?
You can check out our website. It's www.pickupspluscars.com. We also have a Facebook page, or you can give us a call. We have 2 locations, one here in Lewis Center, just north of Columbus, and then one in Hilliard, right off Cemetery Road. And we're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 to 3, and we'd love to hear from you and see what we can do to help you out.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. Well, funeral pre-planning can certainly save you a lot of grief in your time of need. And one of the best companies to do that with is the Financial Providence Group. We spoke with Brad Jennings about this company and the services that they provide. Well, Brad, tell me a little bit about Financial Providence Group.
Financial Providence Group is a final expense company. We actually deal with the senior market, and what we do is we sell burial policy to the senior market.
Why is it a good idea for the people that you work with to get that policy?
Clientele, it's perfect because of the fact that you're not going to a funeral home and spending thousands of dollars on a funeral home. It's at a low cost, and we have a society that can actually pre-arrange their funeral also. So the insurance part of it is at a funding. So we're normally going to keep their premiums down anywhere between $30 to $40 a month.
Now, I know a lot of funeral homes offer pre-planning, if you will. What's the difference between what you do and what they do?
Well, we can't technically say negotiation, but you can actually talk with them in regards to different costs for the funerals, in regards to caskets, vaults, the services that are provided. We're actually able to help the clientele with that and save them thousands of dollars on that.
Some new laws have come in recently, or in the last couple of years, I guess, that has really impacted that whole industry.
Absolutely. Actually, you no longer have to buy a casket through the funeral homes. Like we had discussed earlier, you can go to Walmart or Costco, but that's where our society comes into play, and we help our customers say, hey, you know what? That $5,000 casket we can get you for a little bit cheaper. So we're out there to help the clientele out.
Give us some contact information if people want to get a hold of you and they want to pursue this.
Okay, well, our toll-free number is 888-613-8224. And the website is fpgroup.us.
On Shop and Celebrate Local today, we had an opportunity once again to stop by Absolute Hearing Solutions and talk to Greg Van Horsen. You know, there's technology at play here as well as great prices, and we found out a little bit more about what you should consider before you get a hearing aid. Well, you know, Greg, I think a lot of people that may suffer from a hearing loss or feel like they have a hearing loss may wonder what's the steps to getting hearing aids to get checked out and all that. And I know technology is a big part of this. So let's talk a little bit about that first.
Well, first of all, you want to have a place that's going to do a full, complete evaluation of the whole hearing, speech, and that type of thing. So what actually happens is first we look in their ears, and you want to make sure they have a video monitor where you can actually look down in there. You can see if there's wax, take a good look at the eardrum, and then from there, they actually go in and do several speech tests with speech and noise, regular speech with some tones, and some regular speech. Because most places they'll do a few beep tones, and you want to make sure that they do actually some words. And then we actually do another step with a spouse or a significant other with different distances, see where they actually are hearing words and where they aren't hearing words. So it's a pretty in-depth test that you want to make sure you do. Right. The other thing too is ask questions about what happens afterwards, because that's probably the most important part. You can get your test, you can get your hearing aids, get it all fit, but what happens when you're having issues? How do they actually resolve them? One of the things is even MedRecs, their speech mapping. Most places in town don't have speech mapping. What happens there is you can kind of see, my voice is talking right there, but what we do here is you actually map the person's voice. You can do a significant other, you can do your voice, and see where the tones you're missing on the actual hearing aid, and then you can go in there and actually, like an equalizer, maneuver different sounds and where you're actually missing. And that's where you really fine-tune the actual instrument.